Hello. Welcome to today's podcast recording. How are you guys? Welcome to this Monday. Monday is my favorite day. It's the day to find inspiration, to go after what you want, to make your goals become a reality. How are you guys doing? If you have never been here before, welcome. My name is Vanessa. I'm the CEO of Prospera Mama, and I teach meditation, and we use meditation as a tool to actually rewire our brain. So I'm excited that you guys are here. How is everyone doing? Let me know where you're tuning in from so I can shout you out. I am going to give you a little bit of information today on exactly what it is to create from lack and what the opposite of that is. And that is because the majority of the people, when you are lacking energy, or when you are lacking focus, or when you are lacking motivation, or you say you're lacking results, that is conditions in the brain. Those are neural pathways that have bonded in your brain, and you are acting out of past experience. And until you don't understand that, right? So you have the information and then you put it into practice, meaning you create practical information, nothing is going to really change. And I know this because studies show that 80% of the population lives in this state forever until they die, unless they make a conscious decision, a conscious change. And I'm going to talk about that today because what I do for a living is I teach women how to sell with confidence using energetics. And believe it or not, the results that you're getting, or the lack of, literally starts with the thoughts that you continue to repeat to yourself. And you could never change your state of being, meaning the energy that you emit, based on just thoughts alone. You have to understand that for you to have different results in your life, there has to be a combination of your thoughts and your feelings. And if you're not even aware that what you're saying impacts your life, your results, because that creates an electrical charge, which, by the way, anything I share with you guys, you have the option to Google it or research it and create a model of understanding for yourself, or to not do it, right? And a lot of people fall in love with this information that is based on neuroscience and quantum physics because they find the way out of the situation that they're in, right? And it's not that you are lazy or that you can't do it or that your past trauma doesn't let you move forward in life. No, I want you to know that when we are feeling stuck, or when we are feeling overwhelmed, or when we are feeling tired or unmotivated, we cannot think differently than how we feel. It's called the feeling and thinking loop. And this is beyond your conscious mind. This is ingrained in your subconscious mind. And every human has a subconscious mind that directs their thoughts, their feelings, and their emotions. 85%. So 85% of the way that you think, you feel, and you act about anything in your life has to do with a past program. It has to do with a condition in your life that created a memory, usually at a young age, and even throughout your whole entire life. That is what you are going to act on and think of and feel, right? So if there is a there's a condition of lack, right? So let's take, hello everyone, welcome. How are you guys? How is it going? Thank you for the love. Thank you very much. I do these lives usually every day at 10 a.m. and then I put them on the podcast, but I had not been here for two reasons. It was my girls' last week of school, like without school. They started today, thank God. And I had a horrible cold. I could not speak, actually, to be honest with you. It was a sinus infection that they all got. And it's funny because you know how I always share with you that every single disease or lack of ease in the body creates illnesses, right? I 100% know, yes, this can be viral or bacterial, but I also know that I was feeling a little bit out of alignment, and it represents really fast in my body. I'm not going to stay there and complain. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change my energetic state, just like we all can, just like you can, okay? So let me know where you're tuning in from. How are you guys doing? Welcome to this Monday. We got a new week full of opportunities, a new day where we literally, if we understand this information and we do something with it, we will literally right this day have different results in our life. This is not about woo-woo. This is not about putting a crystal over your third eye. This is not about toxic positivity. This is about human behavior. And our behavior is controlled by our subconscious mind. And our subconscious mind is our operating system. And you are either acting out of lack or out of abundance. That's it. There's no in the middle. There's no maybe, there's no kind of, there's no tomorrow. First of all, we have this entitlement to think tomorrow I'm going to change. Tomorrow I'm going to do something different. Tomorrow I'm going to start my exercise regimen. Tomorrow I'm going to show up confidently and sell my services. Tomorrow I'm going to create a routine, and you don't know if you're going to be here tomorrow. And that is the same thing that I tell myself when I am struggling to do something that I know that I have to do, because that alone is an act of self-sabotage. And you know what is so interesting? That alone is also an act that it's a clear indicator that you have fear of success. And people are like, oh, I have fear of failure. No, fear of failure comes with lack of clarity. That's all there is. It's lack of clarity. When you are feeling success, when you have fear of success, which is very true, you know what you have to do, you just don't do it. That is the difference between it. And it's an act of self-sabotage. And when we are, ask yourself this, oh my God, I have so little energy. I have so little mental brain, I have brain fog. I have so little motivation. The moment that I say that is the moment that I'm giving my power away. And what does that mean? It means that I think that's something outside of me, something out there that I have to go and get, which creates time and space. It's going to take me 10 years. It's going to take me 5 years. It's going to take me 3 years to achieve this goal. That moment that I give into that notion, which by the way is the Newton model of reality. And by the way, remember we said that quantum physics came along and they proved that that wasn't true based on the observer effect, and that it is what we're in a constant state of vibration. That's why there's something called the law of vibratory state, or the law of vibration, that says that we think we are separate from animals, from places and things and people, and we are not, because we are all bound by a field or a resonance of energy. Remember? And remember that the atom, we thought it was different than what it is. And then science came along and said, no, the atom is just 99.9% energy. And what is energy? Nothing. It's just frequencies. It's just vibrations. And what directs that? Our thoughts and our feelings. So it's not outside. It's not when I have the health, when I have the wealth, when I have the body that I want, when I have the confidence. It's first teaching my body to let go of all the past beliefs that have been ingrained in my subconscious mind or in my automatic nervous system, and teaching my body how to feel like if the event has already happened, because my body is subjective. It doesn't know the difference between reality and non-reality. And when I start feeling like that thing that I want already happens, how do you think you're going to feel? You are going to feel gratitude. And where do you think the lack that you are carrying around is going to go? Right out the door. Because when you feel gratitude, your heart, which is your heart emits magnetism up to 8 feet outside of your body. And the more magnetism there is, the more coherent information there is. What does that mean, Vanessa? When we are emitting incoherent information that carries worry, doubt, guilt, and fear, what do you think happens? You are out of coherence, and you are a protein making machine. And what does coherence have to do with protein making? Every time that there is incoherent, there's not enough information between the brain and the body, we start making cheap proteins and the body starts breaking down. And then people start getting sick and people start increasing their worry and their guilt. And if you look anywhere online, you're going to be able to see, or if you research it, you're going to be able to see that there is a study, a holistic study, but basically it has a lot of science that says that every disease in the body is created by lack of ease. And if I am constantly in lack and in guilt and in survival, where all my hormones, instead of being used for me to be creative and present and motivated and have a vision of the future, all my blood is going down to my legs because I think internally that there's a predator coming after me, that somebody is going to attack me. So that is not the moment to be present. It's not the moment to be grateful. So what am I doing? I am just screwing my own self. And this is something that you can take or you can leave. It doesn't matter to me. And you can do research on it. But this is self-empowerment, because you don't need anything outside of yourself to make you feel different. The moment that I do that is the moment that I am giving my power away. I am operating on an old level of beliefs, and beliefs are what make up my reality. And doesn't it sound and seem like so empowering to think, yeah, screw that. I don't need something outside of myself, because that drops the struggle. Oh my God, it's going to take so long. Oh my God, it's so hard. Oh my God, I have tried everything. That's a lie. It's a belief. It's just a belief. That is what we operate on. That is quantum physics. That is what it is. You, the observer, are what creates or bring into your life the things that you want to see. And I kind of have a hard time that sometimes I explain this and the next thing somebody says is, oh, I'm so overwhelmed. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I have tried everything. If your thoughts, which before you can say them, you have to think them. You don't realize it because it's so fast that you are not conscious. Oh my God, I'm about to think that I am going to say that I'm overwhelmed. Your operating system, just like in a computer, has a command. And the moment that you start saying, I am lacking, it means that I believe again in the old model of behavior or of reality. And I was reading a book a little bit ago, and one of the things that it was like a interview kind of style. And one of the questions that the interviewer was asking a neuroscientist was, well, what happens when we are in lack? And he said, well, it's so funny because when we are in lack, we create more of the lack. I have so little energy. Guess what's going to show up? Even less energy, even more tiredness. I have zero motivation. Guess what's going to show up? Less motivation. I have tried everything and I just can't do it. Guess what's going to show up? And if we truly understood on a visceral level, like if we truly understood, right? Okay, what I'm saying is what's going to be reflected towards me, then I would be more conscious of the thoughts that I am having and the things that I am saying to myself. And right? Wouldn't you guys agree? And let me know if this is making sense, because otherwise I'm just talking to a screen. So let me know below if this is making sense. And I want you to take this all throughout the week, because you can have a completely different week. I am not selling anything. I'm not telling you to go buy another book, to buy another course, to hire a coach. I'm telling you to understand that whatever you're living right now, thank you, that to understand that whatever you are living right now, somehow you are responsible for. And that should make you feel empowered, because no matter what happened yesterday or the day before or an hour ago or half an hour ago, right this moment, right this present moment, you have the ability to start changing your thoughts and changing your feelings. And nothing outside of yourself has to take place. Why, Vanessa? Because the mind believes what you say it, what you direct it, and what you command it. And when your mind has those thoughts, guess what happens? It sends commands. Hello, my love. Thank you. It sends commands to the body to make different hormones. You have a neurotransmitter, a thought, that connects to the cell. And then that neurotransmitter creates a neuropeptide or a hormone in the body. And our bodies either have hormones of stress or hormones of good things. And when we have stress hormones, it means we are living in survival. We are trying to control everything. We are giving our power away to losing our shit when someone cuts us off in traffic. Or getting up and being so upset that you can feel it in your stomach because you have to go to work that you hate to see the coworker that you think is responsible to making your life miserable. And that is just a belief. That is not true. Nothing outside of yourself, no one outside of yourself has the power to change your internal state unless you give it the power. And when we are operating from levels of stress or adrenaline or cortisol, not only does it age us, so for the ladies that want to be forever young, but what it does is in the body, it creates lack of ease. So it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard for you to achieve your goals because at the moment that you are in survival, it is not the moment to dream and to visualize and to believe in a better future. Your body is actually in a state of arousal so big that it is looking for the next threat or the next predator or the next bad thing. And the funny thing is, that is our default mechanism as humans until we know. And once we know, the responsibility is in our court. And it starts with you making a decision. Am I going to continue this day? It's not about tomorrow. It's not about next month. It's not about next week. Am I going to continue this day from a state of mind where I am a victim to my reality? I am a victim to my circumstances. Poor me. No one understands because I have such a hard life, and I am not discounting your trauma. I am telling you that you can either stay there or you can change it. There's no option. You don't have a third option. It doesn't exist. Either you do it or you don't. And your world and those around you would have such a different life if you truly live by this. And I'm going to give you something else that's important for you to know. What advice do you have for beginner people just getting to manifestation? That is the best question. Manifestation is when you manifest from your heart. So your thoughts create an electrical field, information, frequency, and your heart creates magnetism. And every living thing has something called an electromagnetic field. It's a field of energy that surrounds the body, and it sends out information in the form of frequency, nothing else. That is just how it is. And if you don't believe that, I say this all in all of my lives, you take that with God and you ask God, why did you make me a human that is atoms are energy? And why is this frequency thing? I don't want this. That has nothing to do with me or quantum physics or neuroscience, right? It doesn't. So when you are going to manifest, if you continue to do affirmations, but your body, which has become your subconscious mind, you know what that means? My plan is not to give you these, I don't know, maybe cliche terms. My plan is for you to truly understand it so that when you are going to do it or make an act towards changing your future, you know why you're doing it. Think about your body as your operating system. It's a hardware. It's wired, right? It's a programmed. And when you are going to manifest, the only way to change that program or to have something different in your life is to change the information that you are putting in that hardware, right? I'm sure that's the same thing with the computer. I mean, I don't know a lot about computers, but I'm sure that they have to code it differently to have different outputs, right? Wouldn't that make sense? If you want to have a different output, then you would have to change what you are putting into that computer. And if we do not create an energetic pattern interruption, we are going to operate subconsciously on the same beliefs and have the same results in our life. And the only way that I know of that you can truly, as a human, access your operating system or your subconscious mind, it starts by lowering your brain waves. Because when your brain waves are very altered because of stress and external things that are happening in your environment, you are living by that. You are living by what's happening. Oh my God, the chaos. Oh my God, the traffic. Oh my God, the lack of money. Oh my God, the kids that are driving me crazy. Oh my God, the lack of clients, lack of opportunities, lack of sales. Oh my God, the market. Oh my God, the banks. Oh my God, the interest. Oh my God, my life. That's what's controlling you. And once you lower your brain waves, right? What I just said is when your brain waves are very altered, it means I'm living by the environment outside of me. I don't even probably know that I can control how I feel and what I think. I'm just going with the flow. I am just living a life with my eyes open, but a closed conscious mind. I just have given away my free will, my power. And with that comes my dreams and my desires and the vision for the future. Because You cannot have a vision for the future that makes you feel inspired and full of love and full of joy if you are living like your life is about to end because there's a predator coming for you. And you may think, oh my God, that's so dramatic. No, that's what happens in your body when you are living off the hormones of stress, but maybe nobody had explained it to you in this way. So now you know. Exactly. It's very empowering. And at the beginning, you have to teach your body. Your body is accustomed to it. So when you start meditating, you start lowering your brain waves. And the prefrontal cortex, the largest area of your brain, the one that is in control of your emotional intelligence, the one that allows you to say, instead of, I can't do this, it's so hard, it won't work out, I'm overwhelmed, nothing is changing, I never change. Those thoughts are normal to have because that is our default mechanism. When I meditate, I activate this frontal lobe. And what that allows it to do is that it allows for those thoughts to diminish and to be quieter. And that gives me power to be able to replace those thoughts. So when I am working and I'm thinking, I hate this job, it's horrible, or when I'm growing my business, I can't sell, no one's buying, I'm so confused, I don't understand. When I start my day with meditation, I am being intentional. I am being the co-creator of my day. I am doing it with intention. And you know what that does? It allows you to recognize, Vanessa, you're having that thought. And then what do? You replace that disempowering thought with a more empowering one. Why? Because you are changing the output. You are changing the information. You are changing the energy. I felt that for me when I'm stressed, I think clearly on what I need to do and think bigger, feel like I grow under pressure. But when I'm relaxed, I feel I conform to what is. Do I need to change? Okay, so when you're stressed, you are living off the hormones of stress. You can just be addicted to stress. And you have a belief that if you are in the present moment and relaxed, then you can't put out your best work or be motivated. And that happens when we grow up in environments that are very volatile, like just very ups and downs, of where us relaxing or being in the present moment was almost seen bad. And we trained our body to operate with high levels of stress, so that when those levels calm down, we feel like there's something wrong. It's not the normal, it's not the common. I've had to survive on my own. Yeah, that's what it is. And when one of the biggest things is when the best medicine in the world is meditation. It does what you can't do physically, because it connects you to a resonance of information that is higher than the one that you are emitting. It's like if the doctor gives you a medicine, right? And you take it, you're going to start feeling better. You don't even know maybe the components of what has that medicine, but you take it because you have a belief that that's going to make you feel better. And then you feel better, right? In your body. So when you have a belief, which is, you know what a belief is? It's just the same thought over and over and over again. And the only way to change it, first of all, is to make a firm decision. You're going to change the belief. And second of all, when that belief comes up and you say, a belief says, I can't do it, it's so hard, the way that you change that belief, besides meditation that changes it for you, because when we are in survival, the hormones of stress have taken over our body. And we go from convergent focus. We're in a convergent focus. And what does that mean? I can only see bad things. I can only express how it's not working, how I'm so full of lack, how nothing changes. And when you're there in that moment and you create an energetic pattern interruption, you meditate, the next thing that you want to do is you are now like able to see, oh my God, this is what I'm saying to myself. What I'm saying to myself is, it's so hard, it won't work, I feel disempowered, it will work for everyone but not for myself. That is a victory. The fact that you are able to say, oh my God, this is what I'm saying to myself. And then the next line of instructions is change it. And how do I change it? I literally just say, no, this is working for me. No, I can do it. No, it will work. No, I do feel more at peace. No, I feel more in love. And when you start doing that, the bonds that have kept those beliefs in your life every single day, I love you too, that have kept those beliefs in your life every single day are going to start shutting down, because you are the master or you are the teacher, right? So if it's the same thing, like if, and listen, I know at that beginning you can feel like, oh my God, I don't feel anything. That's a belief. So change it. No, I do feel. No, I am in the present moment. No, it is working out for me. And eventually, I promise, your body is going to give in to that new belief. And what you're going to find yourself is, you're going to find yourself with less of, I can't do it, it's so hard, it won't work, I don't feel anything, or I don't see any results in my life. And giving yourself the opportunity to do that is an act of self-love. And it feels so much better to live from an inspired and joyful and loving place than it feels to live from a place that we feel angry and guilt. Everybody has the ability and the capacity, as long as you're living and you're breathing, and everybody here that is on this live is living and breathing. You have the capacity to do that. And if you don't do it for yourself, then no one can do it. And all you have to do, there's no pressure. It's not about right or wrong. It's not about I'm so bad or I'm so good. No, it's about, first of all, when I start practicing gratitude, which should be, along with my meditation, my daily non-negotiables. It's not, you have to. There's no in the middle. There's none. There's none in the middle. I'm going to tell you guys why. If I don't practice gratitude, and if I don't meditate at least for 15 minutes, which is not a lot, it's a little bit, it's not even 1% of your day, then what is in control is the machine. What is in control is yesterday's energy. What is in control is yesterday's thoughts. What is in control is your mind, or your brain, which is your mind in action, and your body. They work very closely together, and they take commands. They take commands from each other. Remember, the hormones in the body are a command from the neurotransmitters in the brain, right? So if we don't have these two non-negotiables, it's going to be really hard. It's going to be so hard, guys, for us to change, because that means that we would change matter to matter. And matter to matter means me trying to force something. And when I meditate and I take my mind off my physical body and my problems and my limitations and my lack and my tiredness and my lack of focus, I am allowing the cells in my body, the atoms, literally, to intertwine or to connect with information in the form of a frequency that carries higher information than the one that I am carrying. So I get an upgrade. So I believe a little bit more. And besides believing a little bit more, I am emitting a little bit more information. I am emitting a higher level of vibration. And here's something. I wasn't planning on doing this, but you guys know I think I'm a teacher. That's like my thing, right? So I'm going to teach you something. You know how so many people say, oh, are you low vibe or are you high vibe, right? You know what that is? Okay, so listen to this. I teach my girls. My girls are advanced, okay? I have a coaching program called the Aligned CEO, and my girls know this. They're advanced, but I'm going to teach you guys something because I think it's cool. And I want to teach you this, but I want you to make a firm decision and say, yeah, I'm going to, today, for the rest of the day, I am going to be mindful of what I think. Thank you, like visual. Yeah, me too. Yes, I am going to put this on the podcast. And the podcast is Prospera Mama, and any podcast like Spotify or anything like that. If you subscribe, you'll be able to hear it, or YouTube as well. Okay. Which, by the way, my YouTube is growing. I'm so excited about that. That's like my dream, just to be able to teach and do nothing else, to be honest with you. I just want to teach and have somebody change their life around that. Okay. So when I wake up, and I connect to lack, right? That's the first thing. We're going to sum it up because I have to go. But when I connect to lack is what? Lack energy, lack results, lack love, lack care, lack motivation, lack, anything, right? That's when I connect to that. The first step is me knowing, oh shoot, I am connecting to lack. And lack means that I am operating my life based on the old model of behavior, which says that it's going to take me a long time to reach a goal, or it's going to be really hard for me to do something. Right away, I also connected to fear. And when I connect to fear, three departments in my brain start activating, right? What I am explaining to you sounds like a long process, but it's innate. It's fast. It's quick. It's a second that it goes off in the body, right? So, oh my God, oh my God, another Monday and my job and my lack of sales and my lack of money and my lack of love and my lack of inspiration and my lack of motivation and my lack of working out. Okay. The next thing that happens in the brain is that the amygdala, which is a part of your brain that senses fear, says, oh my goodness, this woman is in fear. I have to turn on immediately, because if not, this woman is going to not have the adrenaline to be able to run from the predator. And you're still in your bed. You're still in your bed scrolling through your phone. And this is happening in your head, in your brain. And then as soon as that amygdala turns on, guess what happens? Immediately the body is flooded with cortisol and adrenaline. And what does that mean? Oh my God, I feel even worse because the hormones of stress and survival have been activated, and you're still in your bed doing this. And these hormones are flooding the body, and then immediately the frontal lobe says, oh my God, the prefrontal cortex, oh my God, the emotional regulation, that part of the brain that says, no, wait, Vanessa, you're not dying. Nothing is happening. You just had a flashback. It's okay. Calm down. Let's meditate. You can do this, Vanessa. You're going to have an amazing day today. You are already doing it. The moment that you win your thoughts, you're winning your life. That moment, that part of the brain, that emotional regulation part of the brain shuts down, and it says, oh my God, you are in fear. Life is horrible. Everything is just turning to shit. Just run, Vanessa. And I'm still in my bed. My body is still in my bed scrolling. Or maybe I got up and I have a cup of coffee in my hand, and all of this is happening in my body. And then I'm like, oh my God, I have to go to work, and I hate work, and I hate my boss, and my life is unfair, and I work 60 hours and I still don't make any money, and my husband just left me, and my kids are little demons, and I don't know, I'm just talking shit, but that is what happens. That is what happens. So that should be motivation enough for you to say, wait 1 second, I better not get off this bed before I meditate. And your body, it's going to say, run, go to the bathroom. Think of all the things that you have to do, but don't meditate. Go have another cup of coffee. Go argue with your wife. Go create all the problems in your life so that you can feel like you're feeling now, because this became common. It's not normal, it's common. Until today, because now you know. And now the responsibility is in your court. I love you too, my love. Is this making sense? Or am I just speaking to my phone? Because that is not what I have a lot of things that I can be doing, and this is what I love to do, but I want you to tell me, yes, it made sense. Oh my God, I am creating a consciousness right now, right this moment, where I am going to change the way that I think, because I realize that I am screwing myself. That is it. There's nothing else. And then you're going to be more, so you sit and you meditate, right? And you sit and you meditate. And when you meditate, you are amplifying your electromagnetic field. So you're no longer, your energy centers, your chakras are no longer constricted. You are emitting energy. You are a sphere. That's what we have around us that is supposed to bring up the energy, recycle it, and bring it back down. And in the physical body, that allows you to feel motivated and excited and confident. And why do I teach this? Because for me, there's nothing more important than a woman making money. And when you are building your brand or growing your coaching business or learning to sell, you're going to have all of these predetermined beliefs and behaviors. And the moment that you overcome yourself, you're going to create a whole new different life. And the only way we are going to impact the generations that we are reaching and change our life is to have the freedom to do whatever it is that you truly want to do. This impacts every area of your life. I teach it in the sales area, but it impacts your parenting. It impacts your relationships. It impacts every single area of your life. Because what sells is confidence, and confidence is located in your solar plexus. And if you have all these internal beliefs that you are lacking clients, you're lacking sales, you are lacking money, you are lacking resources, you are lacking knowledge, you are lacking how to, you are lacking followers, which is just like another whatever. That is what you are emitting. And we buy based on the energy that somebody emits. So even as a return on investment in your business, you better sit and meditate. Unless you want to do it matter to matter. And matter to matter is me operating on the old level of belief that it's going to take me 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, a lot of sweat and a lot of sacrifice and a lot of giving up. And I'm not saying that you don't have to show up. I'm saying you have the option to do it. Either you attract it, you bring it into this field based on your own vibration and energy, or you go after it. And every time we go after something, we have lost our power. When somebody says the law of manifestation, you attract it into a vortex of information, of vibration, of magnitude. You are not still in life. You are not here thinking that you have, well, I'm here and you're there. We are all on a vibratory state constantly. Our atoms, which is what we're made of, is constantly vibrating. Use that and close your ears and close your eyes to anything that removes you from that empowerment, because the way that you receive information that programs you is through your senses. What you say, what you hear, and what you see. Oh yeah, you're gonna probably have to change your habits, I'm sure. You know, if the habit is of not meditating and constantly scrolling, you have to overcome yourself. And what does that mean? It means that when you have a thought of, I don't want to meditate today, you overcome that thought. How do you do it? You just sit and you do it. Oh, it sounds so easy. No, I've been doing this for 9 years. It's definitely not easy. Is it worth it? 1,000,000%. Is it about judging myself? Oh my God, but I didn't do it. The same amount of energy. It takes more energy for you to judge yourself about not doing your meditation than about sitting and doing it. And then the results that you are going to have in your external life are going to change you. They're going to make you feel empowered and excited and motivated and have a clear vision, and you're going to wake up better each day. And doesn't that sound 100 times better than waking up each day hating what you have to do and how your life is and how unfair life is to you and how poor you are and how lacking results you are? Doesn't that sound completely different? It sounds so different. I feel fired up. And you just have to stop the back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. That's all it is. It's a free resource. You can't say you can't do it because you don't have the time, because time is not even linear. You just can't say, you have no excuse. And maybe at the beginning it's pretty hard, but it's going to get easy really quickly. And you're going to start seeing a lot of a difference in your life. I don't know if Gustavo is still here, but Gustavo started meditating and he had a huge difference in his life just by changing the thoughts and doing meditation. There's no excuse. And why do I teach this? Because I truly know and believe that everybody's actions affect us all as a whole. That there's a new level of consciousness where people are more caring and more loving and more united. And there's also a new way of doing business, because I feel that I am so in love with what I do. And I feel that everybody should have that same love and passion for what they do, right? Because that's how we serve at our best, at our highest. That's how we help each other and help others. We are not separate from each other. It's an illusion that we have. It's fake. It's a lie. It's not true. We are not. And my acts influence your acts, and your acts influence someone else's, and all of us. That is how it works. That is how it works. It's not as hard as we make it. Have a closing today. Yay! Congratulations, Gustavo. Yeah, that's just how it works. We don't have to do oneness. Yes, that is it. Imagine. And I don't know, I think there's so many bad things going on that if all I have to do to give a little bit is changing my energy, and in return it's going to change my result, and then in return it's going to change my world, which is everyone's world, then I want to do that. I don't want to be in it only for me. Is there a certain way to meditate? No, any way that you like, as long as you commit to it. One of the best meditations, okay, so two disclaimers. I have a meditation group that is $7 a month, which, by the way, next week that we have a new platform is going to $47. So you can get in now for $7 a month. The second thing is, if you don't want to get in there, it's okay. There's hundreds of meditation, but there's one on YouTube called GoLove, GOLOV 20. And I don't want to hear, oh my God, the voice. Oh my God, the thing. Oh my God, the that. You're not in there for nobody's voice. You're not in there for nothing else than to lower your brain waves, activate your heart, have a better day, have a better life, be a present mom, attract opportunities to yourself. You know, it's not about how poor me, I can't meditate. It's about how am I going to learn how to meditate? And I'm going to sit with my body as long as I have to until I meditate. And I will not get up before I meditate my 15 minutes, because when I do, thank you, my love. Because when I do that, when I don't get up and I meditate first, I am changing my life, my brain, my body, my results, my lack of. I am leaving the lack of motivation, the lack of clarity, the lack of energy, the lack of love, the lack of whatever you want. I am leaving it in my bed. I am getting up as the co-creator. I am believing more that I can bring something into my reality. I am not going to give my coworker my energy of allowing him to be the person why I feel bad, because that is a lie. I am not going to give in to, oh my God, it's so hard for me to do this. Oh my God, what is somebody going to think? Nothing. Tips on how to slow your brain when you start to meditate. You don't have to do anything. As long as you meditate, you don't have to do anything else. Meditation does it for you. And all you have to do is, if you start meditating and you start feeling, oh my God, I have so many things to do. Oh my God, this, oh my God, that. It's okay. Don't judge yourself. Just focus again on what you're doing. And if you need a focal point, just focus on your breath in and out. Like if your heart was expanding and contracting in and out of your heart, in and out. Because that's what that is going to do in itself, is it's going to shut this frontal cortex. And if you have a blindfold, you put it on when you're meditating, because it allows for the external environments to be shorter and smaller so you can stay. Please tell us where to sign up for the meditation. Yes, it's on the, I think on my profile on Kajabi and on TikTok. If not, if you want to sign up and you message me through Instagram, then I can send you the link. You're very welcome. So you don't do anything. You just imagine that you're in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out of your heart. And it starts quieting the hormones of stress. So you're going to be more present. And you're probably going to have a moment of your heart blooming open. And then you could never forget what that feels. It took me 36 years to feel that. I would never go back to not feeling that. That is why it's non-negotiable. That's it. That is it. I hope that you guys took something from here. My intention every day to come on here is that if somebody changes the way that they think, they're changing their energy and they're going to change their results. And if I did that, oh, I love you. If I did that today, then my job here is done. I am beyond grateful that this is what I get to do. I am beyond grateful. Hugs. Oh, thank you. My YouTube is Prospera Mama. Prospera Mama all over any social media. I will be back here at 10 a.m. How does your program work? There's an application process, and I'm open to any questions. So if you want to message me on Instagram, I can tell you more. It's for healers or coaches or women that are building a brand and they want to become more visible, more confidence, things like that. I know you speak Spanish. Do you think English ads work better? Also subscribe. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. Hi, Vanessa. I know you speak Spanish. Do you think English ads work better? It depends. For my line of work, Spanish works better. My Spanish get a lot more engagement than my English ones, but it depends what you are, where you're in, like what line of work you're in. If it's for real estate, I'm not 100% sure, but remember, think about it like you have two options. You can see which one works better, because in ads, you have to spend money just on testing. So test which one works better, but have a belief that even if one person reached that ad and that person is to work with you, then she'll find you. So either way, in ads, you have to spend for testing. So test it out. For my line of work, Spanish works better, but it depends. It depends a lot on your location and a few things. I will see you guys here tomorrow, 10 a.m. If you have any questions that you want me to answer on tomorrow's live, I just put water. Side note, I just put water in my bowl because I have sessions today. And remember, I always tell you to have a salt and water bowl underneath your desk or in your home in order to, it absorbs bad or congested energy. But I had not put the salt in, and Coco came and drank out of my water bowl. Hello, ma'am. That's not to drink. That's to clear energy. Can I still join your meditation for personal healing? Yes, that's what my meditation is for. The meditation group is just to meditate, and then you have every Monday you're going to have a lecture if you want to learn like solar plexus in business and the meditation, and then you practice it for a week, and then the meditations that we have there now, we are dividing them into energy centers. So heart center, solar plexus, and root chakra, which by the way, in anybody's business, those are the three main energy centers that you need or you want to activate, because your personal business influences your energy, your personal energy influences your business energy. So when you have like, let's say a blockage in your root chakra where you don't have systems or structure, then that's going to show when you are in your personal life, you don't feel safe. You have issues with money, withholding it. You don't really feel that you have trouble procrastinating or moving forward. That shows up in your business, in your root chakra, which has to do with structures and systems. When you have lacking confidence and low boundaries, and you have really hard time on yourself, like talking to yourself very negatively, your confidence center in your business, which affects marketing, boundaries, and charging, is going to be affected. So you're going to have a hard time charging, and you're going to have a hard time having clarity. So I give you little lectures inside of the meditation group and also just to meditate. That's what it is. Okay, my loves, wait. I am going live today at 12 p.m. on Instagram on how to sell with ease. So if you are a business owner or want to learn how to sell with ease or want to know why it's so hard for you to sell, you're very welcome. Thank you for asking. Then come on over. Let me know that you are from TikTok so I can shout you out. Also, because Instagram for me is a little bit tricky about the lives, meaning I feel a little bit uncomfortable. Oh, thank you so much. But if, take these notes, take these information that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, it's super cool because once you change that, you're able to see more sales, right? So, and we want that. You want that. I don't want to hear, I feel salesy, I feel cheesy, I'm uncomfortable. No. That's not how it is. Okay? Sales is a normal process. It's an exchange of energy. As long as you're doing it ethically and for a reason and giving something to someone that is going to help them in any way, there should be no salesy, no cheesy. That is a lack of clarity. That is a lack of boundaries. That's going to show up in your relationships, in your life. So come clear that 12 p.m. I'm going to go because I have 2 more spots left for the next round of the Aligned CEO. And I have an interview right now to see. And then I'll be at 12 p.m. on Instagram, okay? See you guys in a little bit.